reality. Went to see he and his band, the Fuji Magoo, down at Focow in Scottsdale last
Thanks
weekend.
for coming out. Yeah,
It was amazing.
We had a great time.
We're looking at my ultrasound here. Shows a lot about what the veins are doing. How's it looking?
Looking good.
Shut down the big vein up here and also the back side as well. Now we're working at doing some medical sclerotherapy, which is more than just the pretty stuff.
Correct.
He's
We're
thinking.
gonna need more than a butterfly. We'll need.
He's mapping it out, so
We're gonna need a sheet.
strategizing.
There's the cosmetic stuff that some of you have had done, and that's just basic sclerotherapy, little injections with like
How
saline.
big is it there?
We're gonna go in with foam. This is serious business here, you guys.
Okay, we took it down further.
So if you've gone in and had your veins done and they haven't used an ultrasound, you are not doing what I'm doing.
Yeah, that is correct.
So today we're going to be finishing up this side of the legs. This whole leg will be done as of today.
This right here, right? Yeah, he's using sheets, so I like to get more betadine on there.
Just, pull down.
And then next week we will start on this lovely leg. And you guys saw it last week, it wasn't that hard. So I'm just excited to start having my veins looking and feeling great.
Yeah, absolutely. So what we're going to do today is a little bit more than just a butterfly. I was hoping to do this with just a small little butterfly needle, little poke and a little foam, and
of
off we're
course
done.
my leg isn't going to cooperate.
But your leg isn't quite cooperating, so
Why is that?
you need a little bit more because I want to make sure I get foam that gets up into the upper as well.
Is what? Oh my gosh, it's late.
It's like fix a flat.
We're putting fix a flat into my veins, and this little bottle.
Do not try that at home,
And this
please.
little bottle costs
Please.
$5 bajillion.
Yeah.
3.
Little poke, his favorite word. That was easy. Just a little poke. And he's looking, you guys, at the screen that Kelly's holding the ultrasound on. From this ankle, he's gonna be able to get all the way up into my thigh.
Yeah, with the help of the wedge and put your leg up.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna use the wedge. We're gonna lift my leg up so that all of that spray can
We'll go up the leg.
Verithena goes into my
Your fix a flat, that's
my
hilarious.
fix a flat. That is hilarious.
Okay, and you'll actually see the needle poking right through the middle of it. That's it right there.
That's crazy. Looks like nothing. There it is. It's all the way in.
Right in the needle.
Woo.
All right.
All right, now Dr. Maida can talk.
Now I can talk.
Your veins don't like to be touched.
They do not like to be touched. That is
They're
true.
good. They're healthy.
They are healthy. That's it.
What
Everything's
is
good.
pain?
All right.
There we are.
Oh,
All right.
man.
All is well.
Look
Flatten
at
the
that.
I'm gonna flatten the table out.
That is
so-
not attractive.
This is the foam. This is a fix a flat.
Fix flat right there. It costs a lot more than fix flat though.
There's a little bit more.
You might experience a slight burning sensation.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's gonna burn.
I felt it. Some patients don't feel it at all, and it's like a 2 or 3 out of 10. It's really mild. But
Really?
Yeah.
Ah! Just kidding.
So,
You don't know where it's gonna go exactly.
We have a pretty good idea, but yes, that's ultimately why we check with ultrasound to track it, to see where it's going, to make sure it's going where we want it. And so you've got, on the vein that we treated up here,
Yep.
it's closed, so that's why the foam's not getting past that, which
Okay.
is actually a good thing as
Yeah.
well.
So do you go back in and treat that again then?
I don't think we'll need to. We'll
Okay.
keep an eye on that, but we're watching that
Okay.
based on how it looks, how it feels, how it is on ultrasound. But there's a good chance that will close off on its own. So now that I know it's not connected to what's coming from below, there's really no force to keep it open. So it may just close on its own too.
Cool.
Yeah, so that's all good news.
So somebody said to me, "Will you need those veins if you have a bypass surgery?"
Very good question. And you do if the veins are in good shape. They will use the saphenous vein if it's there. And I'll say they'll use it kind of no matter what shape it's in.
Really?
And so if it's kind of a beat up, not so good vein, they'll still use it. And in fairness, it does work. My concern is putting a bad vein in that critical location.
Yeah. So what would you do instead then?
So we have options. If the vein is closed, typically we'll go to what are called arterial conduits.
Mm-hmm.
And so they'll oftentimes use the mammary arteries, which run down the chest wall. Left they use commonly, occasionally they'll use the right mammary artery. And then they can take free grafts, which is radial artery oftentimes. So there's other arterial access.
So you have other options.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
not
plenty of
like-
other options. It's
You're not
that
dead
you
in the
can't-
water. Oh,
it's not
sorry.
like, oh, sorry, you can't have surgery because you had your veins done. No, obviously, yes, you can have it. It's just they'll have to use other alternatives other than a bad saphenous vein.
You've been struggling with bad veins and
Choose up.
pain, swelling,
Let's choose.
inflammation, heavy legs. This is treatable.
Okay, so now I want you to take this foot, give me up and downs, like toe raises, work that calf muscle. That's how we clear the foam out now.
Where does the foam go? It just smooths out.
This gets washed away in the bloodstream and eliminated.
But it kills the vein.
It irritates the lining of the vein, it causes the vein to spasm down, it activates the lining of the vein, and so that's why the compression is so important after this, because while that vein is activated, that's when we want the compression so the vein seals up against itself.
Got it.
And that's what prevents the blood from getting back in there and reopening it.
If you guys have any questions, Oasis Vein and Vitality, come in for a consult. You know, I always say knowledge is power.
Absolutely. And that's something we always pride ourselves on, making sure you've got all the information you need to make your informed decisions.
And he's not just doing veins, you guys, he's also doing anti-aging, longevity. So if you're ready to get your health on track, who better to help you do it than a cardiologist who's been working with patients, trying to keep them alive? Let's start now.
Absolutely. Now's the time.
Now is the time, right? I'm sure you played this song. I think you didn't you? He's simply irresistible. I mean,